Welcome back to the 2-Minute Updates, the Bob Davis podcast. I have so little energy this morning due to the energy-sapping government shutdown, day 14 here in Minnesota. It's like starving. We're slowly starving. We don't have any air or oxygen. It's like Apollo 13. I'm so sapped of energy, I can't even ask Tom Emmer, who's sitting about a foot away from me over there. Other than that what is your problem, John Michelson? What is your problem?
I'm tired and I'm angry!
And what's your problem, sir?
I have no problems. Life is grand.
Life is grand. We're a happy,
What do I have to
copacetic group here. Where's the coffee? Oh my God, we're out of coffee. We need to get Tom out here and get some coffee.
There's coffee in the traffic studio.
I can't even ask Tom Emmer what we're going to talk about today because I don't have any energy because of the shutdown. What are we going to talk about? Well, I'm a little upset that Dayton is out touring the state instead of being here in, the capital to deal with the problems of the shutdown. I'm obviously upset about the media coverage of the whole thing. And now they're going to take away the beer of the, great unwashed. And wait, excuse me. Yep, it's the lack of oxygen. So there's the state shutdown, and then a similar issue in the federal government is, of course, this question of whether or not we're going to raise the debt ceiling. And you're hearing all sorts of dire predictions about what's going to happen. And I would refer everyone to the bond market because the markets have already priced in America's mismanagement of its funds. Would anyone really be surprised if we discovered that our credit is not so good because we spend too much money, that we have 100% debt to GDP ratio in this country, over 100%? Would you be surprised to hear that maybe we might not be a good credit risk anymore? And now suddenly, if we don't, quote-unquote, pay our debts, which is not exactly what will happen if they, quote-unquote, don't raise the debt ceiling, the end of the world's going to occur. So we've been watching that very carefully. By the way, just a quick aside, I think it was Pat Toomey, senator of Pennsylvania, said the other day that if they don't pass the debt ceiling, what you have is a immediate need for debt reduction or deficit reduction of 30% of the federal budget immediately. So now we have another number. First it was 44%, now we're down to 30%. So the new number is that we have to save 30% in order to keep things balanced, okay? That's the challenge. It's 30% instead of 44%, which gets better. So they can pay the debts, they're just going to have to cut off some departments we don't need. Let's start with the EPA. How about the Department of Education? How about the Department of the Interior? Right, Tom? How about all this? Why don't we start working on balancing the budget? How about getting out of Libya? We'll talk about it, hopefully, all of that this morning at News Talk 100.3.